Hi chat, I hope you enjoyed that intro music. I think it's really innovative. And I just think it's a lot better than putting on normal music. I think all of you would agree that this is really good. I think this is some real good stuff. You can find it on my SoundCloud. Uh I was setting up stream and I'm like, oh wait, I can do this as background music. Anyway, I think that's plenty of that. Hi everyone. It's stream time. I'm not late at all. Anyway, last time we built this. And this is what we are going to be continuing to work on today. We have a shape. It is a very intricate shape, but it is still just a shape. We need to actually detail this. We gotta do an interior. We gotta put like overgrowth on it, all of that. This is the music you'd be hearing in Goat Simulator. Yeah, that's about right. White days, burgers, burgers for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner, all plain. I don't know whether to say good for you or I'm so sorry to hear that. So I'm so good to hear that for you. But I think we should start assembling all this. What is time anyway? I can answer that. Irrelevant. Irrelevant because of daylight savings, which ruins all time. Okay, I just need to fix that. That was bugging me. So, how do we want to go about these windows? I've been thinking about these and I have not thought of a perfect solution. Because here's the thing. These glass panes, yeah, they kind of just stop right here. They don't encompass that. And then I can't put them in here, and yeah, that kind of doesn't look great. Now, of course, there is always the option to go one block deeper and do something like this. But then we have this issue like inside, which is a huge pain. No windows, they all broke. Actually, very similar to what I actually planned. Because I did say I thought about this. And I would be remiss not to show up a stream with a solution. Behold, broken window. Now we just make sure every single window is shattered in a different way. And then we call it good. So if a bomb in the library, all the windows are shattered outwards. I mean, I feel like then other features we want to add might not be viable. Yeah, this is how we're gonna go about this, I think, is just put in very broken, shattered windows. I might examine doing white here. Honestly, white is kind of nice. Kind of thinking something like that here. Yeah, I think white and gray is the vibe. So I think what we start with is just a vague white outline of what the plan is. And then we kind of make it look as if it's shattered in various ways. So they're all kind of broken. Would be cool as multicolored glass, maybe. Like they used to be stained glass, but now it's shattered. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know if I could get that effect, though, is my worry. Let me pick some colors that would work for that and just see if I can get something that looks like broken stained glass. Maybe I'll use that for that window. Maybe we just save it for that one in particular. We'll revisit that on some of the special windows. I think for the normal ones, we'll keep it normal, though. Use orange glass and scatter leaf litter on the ground. Oh, that's interesting. So it would, like, look like there's shards on the ground. I think orange glass might just be a bit too bright. And I think brown, which would immediately be the alternative, might be too... Yeah, it's just a little too similar. Let me just make this one, like, really broken. This one's, like, barely clinging on up here. Maybe this one's, like, really repaired. Like, this one's almost fine. It's just not quite. Like how the ancient library is the only building in the city left mostly intact. It won't be. It won't be soon. I think let's just say I think a nice skylight would look good right here. I think that would really let some foliage grow in indoors. A little bit of this. Maybe even go all the way up here. Yeah, like that. Yeah, these are feeling good right now. I mean, yeah, to be fair, this is probably one of the most, like, it probably would hold up to the test of time. Say what caused all the city's damage, and the whole iconic building is from a tank vegan restaurant caught fire. I think a lot of it's just erosion and like things just not being repaired over time. Like windows just getting like debris blown into them by the wind. Or just like one thing collapses and it just takes everything else down with it into the street. Of course, sinkholes. Sinkholes are a leading cause of destruction in this town, apparently. Like this is probably just it got weathered and eventually taken down. Like water just seeping through the roof until it eventually took out something core. Maybe there's like wood and reinforcements in there that broke down. This one, I actually have a plan for exactly what happened, and it is very similar to what I just said for the other building, which is I want to have an attic up here that, wait, don't put that in yet. That has like wooden reinforcements. And then the wooden reinforcements have just rotted away and let the roof collapse and take a lot of stuff with it down between floors. So like some of these shelves are probably gonna get completely smashed and brought down to a floor below it. Let's do a little bit of this. There you go, those look like broken windows. Debating on if I want to do those, we'll see. We will see. Here, Richard, the location you've chosen for city expansion is on a fault line. It's probably fine. Go on, get building. Yeah, I mean, that is just how it works sometimes, though. Sometimes you just gotta build in the fault line for funsies. It adds character. It definitely will get the city on the news. We get some press out there. We'll just leave that one like really broken. Actually, maybe like a little bit up here. Maybe break that and then put this up here. Yeah. And then a couple last windows. A little bit of this. There we go. And then we can examine this beast of a window up here. This is the one I'm most worried about. I think that's too bright. Let's take some dull colors. Just gonna take anything I would consider as an option for this. Okay. That's probably all the colors I'd allow for this.
Breaking news. Sinkholes erupt all across Divine Light City expansion. The city's police force fires a cannonball at the iconic building to kill the sinkholes.
That made me jump. I forgot that was a thing. You don't have time to look up and see the message first, and it just went that time. Well, I mean, yeah, if you kill the sinkholes, they won't be a problem anymore. Easy. I don't know why people are so worried about city planning. That might not be the vibe. Maybe we go with a similar thing to what we were doing elsewhere, which would be a little bit of this. Yeah, and then do we want that design around the outer edge? Yeah, we'll keep it. Purple on the edges of the window, black glass in the middle. We could try that. When I also pull out tinted glass in case that looks good. That's an easy design to remember if I want to put it back. Purple around the edges. Black glass in the middle. That is extremely ominous. I mean, it's a vibe. I just don't know if it's the vibe for this. I mean, yeah, it's a vibe. I just don't know if it's the vibe for this specific thing. Oh, wait, I know what that is. It's definitely a vibe. I mean, honestly, that could be a logo of something. In my opinion. Just personally. Let's see, do we want a little bit in here? It's gonna like, just like a tiny bit in that one. This one's like barely holding itself together. You, viewer, do you like that specific color scheme in that hexagonal shape? Buy Spellcheck Podcast by Sir Archer and Friends Co. now on YouTube. I mean, you don't have to buy it, it's free. But it is in the link in the description. And thank you, Apples, for the quick script for that. Good thinking. It's always a good time to shill something. That's what I've learned. Oh, speaking of which, I thought of 2 more merch designs today, and I've gotten 1 done. And I said I'd release the merch on Friday. Because the more things I can sell, the better the production value of future things is. Because as I've always promised, everything I make from streaming and YouTube goes back into it. So I've figured out what I think I'm gonna put that stuff into, and I think it's paying an actual editor. I'm probably still going to edit the amount of videos I normally do. But having an editor as well that I could pay for doing stuff would give me the option to make additional stuff. Because editing is extremely time consuming. Mainly because I put it off so much. That is honestly the biggest time suck in that is I'm just like, I'll do it tomorrow. I don't like editing. It's not fun. The worst part of doing YouTube in general. Hate that stuff. But yeah, the plan is going to be probably to use a significant amount of that, whatever profit is made off of that merch to put toward an editor. So yeah, I'm probably not going to see like a cent of that. That's okay. I don't need it that badly. It'll be fine. I'll get by. So yeah, I'm gonna try and chill that quite a bit. I finished the Survivor Supercut in 2 days if I wasn't also playing Spire while editing. That's so real. That is so real. I cannot stay focused while editing. It's impossible. I will like just start messaging someone who isn't online. Like my brain will find anything to do but what it's supposed to be doing. Getting that done even in that amount of time is insane. I have so much editing to do before Friday, and I'm really just like trying to not focus on that right now. I should probably be working on that right now. I have, I think, 2 and 3 hours of footage I need to edit together by Friday that I haven't started on. And I'm gonna record at least probably another hour. Editing for Spellcheck only works for me because it's once every few weeks and I have 4 other people counting on me to get this done. Yeah, that's so fair. I think the only reason I'm trying so hard to get this one out on Friday is because I said that's when the merch would release. And I'm like, well, I need the video to go with it. The one with just a shameless merch plug built into the very structure of the video. And every single clip I am wearing the Pizza Rat shirt in, which is actually why it is just sitting over next to me right now down here. This thing, I have got this in the mail. I have not worn that for a full day. I have worn this for probably about 6 hours since I got it. And they have been very non-congruent hours. It has been sitting over there, and every time I need to record a clip for that video, I go and put it on. So it's gonna look like I recorded that all in one day because I'm wearing the same shirt, but like none of that was in the same day. I just need a good way to segue into the merch and have it there. Because the more we sell, the better we can afford editors. Is the Friday thing the Pizza Rat restaurant? Yes, it is the thing with the Pizza Rat restaurant in it. Which I need to record more clips for, and one person's not going to be able to do it who I want to. Actually, like 2 people. So I am scrambling to get my final clips together. Because the original plan was to have 6 people test a Minecraft mod for that video. And I've recorded 3. And 1 is scheduled for tomorrow. Which isn't 6. So I am a little worried. Will the Pizza Rat restaurant be included as DLC for the roguelike? Probably not. I don't think so. I don't think it would quite fit the format when you see it. It is a drastically different experience. Certainly an interesting one, though. It'd be good on its own, though. Yeah, I could just release it. Maybe I'll just release that map. I recently fixed the last, like, glitchy thing. So it should be... because there was actually something I had to do with commands mid-game for the 3 people who played it so far. Which is why they only got one of one item, though they broke a bunch of things that should have given them those items. So, yeah, that was me changing the game rules to allow tile drops and disallow tile drops. There we are. Book sale, buy the book. Original other book, do not steal. Should I show what the new merch design is? I don't I just finished. Like this is today kind of work. Because I decided the roguelike needed more stuff related to it. So that's been a new idea. Let me just get an image of this up on screen. The new thing I'm working on. Cool, that didn't pop up when I wanted it to. I'll pull up the design and the actual product image. It does come in 3 colors, but this is like the primary color way. I wanted something that was like a little bit more of a non-deranged reference for normal people. Let's quickly switch to display capture. This is what we're looking at. I just moved out of the way as if that makes you see it. We've got Crystal Quarry Mining Company shirts. So that is one thing that's in the works. We do have 3 colors for that. There is like one more idea planned. Something to do with Infernal Workshop. I was gonna try and make a purple version of this, but there just wasn't a lot of good purple options. There was really bright purple, but it just didn't look right with the kind of like weathered look on the logo. This also does so it this is we've got the army one, we've got the oxblood black one. One second, we'll pull that one up as well. That one looks quite good. See if we can get that image. Yeah, there we go. We've got Oxblood Black, deranged color name. And then we've got like a brown one as well. That's kind of like a lighter brown. But that one's less interesting. Yeah, I think that'll be a fun one. That's such a nice color. Yeah, I like this one a lot. Oh, that was a test with purple. You just saw that I cut. The game capture. Okay. Yeah, I'm hoping those will be a good option for the non-deranged among my audience. Wait, that's bug. That's crystal. Never mind. Yeah, it's a crystal. I had to add them in there. I don't know why they would have put that on their logo. Like that's like the one thing they probably wouldn't want to have on their logo. But it looked good. So who am I to complain? Does the library have a children's section with short shelves and colorful carpets? Oh yeah, I should have that. That'd be nice. All right. Yeah, so I'm thinking something with the Infernal Workshop. Though my ideas were kind of similar. Or advertising the copious amount of bugs in your workplace. I just feel like maybe it's not like the greatest thing to put on a company shirt. It's the number of bugs in the workplace. I just feel like that might be bad for morale. There's gonna be just so many products. Like, how many are there right now? Not including individual colorways or sizes. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 different products. Which is so many more than I originally planned. Like, this was going to be like 3 things. And it got out of hand really fast. Luckily, to make a profit, I think I need to sell 2 units. So shouldn't be too bad. I think I can move 2 units. I think that'll happen. And then anything past that goes into new videos. Also might try to do a sponsorship soon, because more money for videos is good. Hire a small army of homunculi to edit videos for me, so I don't have to. That's why I need a homunculus. I should post a job opening for a homunculus. It's not paid. It's more like an intern kind of thing. We just do work for me. And that's the whole job. I think that would be pretty good as a job, though. You know, if anyone's interested, like, call me. What would the intern responsibilities include? Being a homunculi. Retrieving various tools as I work on my contraptions. Pulling comically large levers. To like open the like big roof door so I can strike things with lightning. Editing videos. I don't know, maybe like disapparating when you're no longer needed and then returning when you are. I think that's pretty reasonable for a homunculus. So yeah, I mean we'll try and hire a homunculus when we get a chance. But I mean we'll see how that goes in the hiring process. I will probably put out like a thing for an editor though once that if we actually can gain enough money for that. We'll see. Also, I have no idea what a fair rate for editing is. Genuinely, no clue what that kind of rate is. Like, I don't know if this is gonna be a long-term thing. It might just be like hire someone for like a few videos. Like how much do you pay people? I don't hire people. I mean, technically this is contract work, so still not hiring people. Now, why don't we change this a little bit to be more like this, so we can remove these. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to look into how much things cost. I think that's gonna be kind of important soon in this whole process. Because this is like the librarian's desk. It's like book checkout, you know, all that kind of stuff. How much? One sec. How much do YouTube video editors make? Per video. Wait, why would I look that up? Sorry, I just thought about something. This is gonna pull up like professionals. Hmm. We're gonna have to find someone cheap, I think. I think that's the idea. It sounds great, but I'm not homunculus, I fear, darn. Yeah, I'll probably put out a thing and just like offer up that I don't know how much I can pay people because we'll have to see how much money I can make off of this first before I start making offers. But the answer is gonna be very little, I have a feeling. At least relative to most video editors. Left for a moment ago, who are you paying? Saying where most of the merch money, if whatever profit is made is decent enough, would go. Probably towards paying a video editor. Though I'd probably, there won't be that much. I would be thrilled if we hit triple digits of profit on that. That would be incredible. I'm realizing I could be paid for my skills if I looked. Yeah, I know, right? It's almost like there's jobs that exist. I wouldn't know. I don't do those. Alright, why don't we get the outside done now? We have the basic layout of the interior. Maybe that. We'll see on that one. Coarse dirt could work. Just gonna grab anything that I could use, maybe. Dripstone. Packed mud, of course. Terracotta's a bit too red. Alright. Let's see how all this looks next to this. You know, it's a classic material. Also, very good material. This one I think is too green. Get rid of it. This might actually be too red as well. I was planning on using this one heavily, but why don't we remove that from the roster? Dripstone block is really good. Very worn down looking. Pack mud, of course, great for just breaking up texture. Alright, so why don't we take these blocks? And then why don't we look at some spots to make worn down? Like this. And maybe like down here a little bit. Yeah, maybe it's like filling out this corner. There we are. My resume for an editing job would be so ridiculous. Yeah, my previous experience includes a small D&D podcast, and I know how to run and interpret an iris spectroscopy. Does that count? I mean, I think that would be pretty good for editing. Illness is not a burden because it tears apart your body, but because it stops you from going to work, so you earn less money. That's so real. Put that in an alpha male. Put that in like Joker quotes. Put Joker behind it, or like a skull with some smoke. I think that would be a really good spot. Have you guys seen those accounts? They're beautiful. Truly specimens to behold. See, yeah, right in the corner here, I'm thinking is kind of run down a bit. Yeah, like way down the side of this. Yeah, how are we looking on this side though before I move completely on? Yeah, not too bad. I'm thinking just a little bit, just around here. Will you sell that? I mean, as long as whoever I end up paying for whatever doesn't unionize, we're probably good. I think that's really what matters. I was gonna say alpha male sounds cool and mysterious, but then I remembered what modern alpha male is. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, if you're not in the manosphere, you wouldn't understand. See, I'm like crap, what's another one? Crap, there's alpha and sigma. Are there more? Maybe like a pi male? What's that? No, I'm not a pi male. One sec. What kind of male are you? I'm not beta male. No, don't call me beta male. Come on. Okay. 1 second. If there are ads on the site, they're gonna get me demonetized. No. Okay, 1 sec. We're doing a quiz. What kind of male am I? Okay. What's your favorite? That's Florida City. This is already stupid. One of those is a city. This is so stupid already. I've been to LA, I've been to New York, I've been to Las Vegas, I've been to Florida, I've been to Orlando. I'm gonna say that's Orlando, Florida is probably what they mean, because I can't think of another like I mean that's like the biggest city in Florida that I know of at least. Maybe there's a bigger one. I know of Tampa and Orlando really. Um what's your favorite city? I mean, New York is very cool. Would I want to live there? I don't know. But like it is very cool. What kind of animal would you want to be? Cat. The two of these are cats, for the record. Tiger and lion are cats. What happened to Miami? So it turned into just Florida. Most important thing to you? Out of these? Well, how much money? Like I know families on here, but like how I mean, how much money are we talking about? Like $5? Because like no, I wouldn't abandon my family for that. But like $6? I probably still wouldn't. But seven, absolutely, they're gone. Like they'll be dead in a ditch if I can get $7. That's all that matters. $7. Um yeah, I mean like I guess I mean I'd lump friends and family into one. Um those six I mean creative pursuits aren't on here, to be fair, because creative pursuits matter a lot to me. I Would Creative Pursuits got success? You know what? I think Creative Pursuits and I don't, man. I'm starting to think maybe I'm not the kind of person who's supposed to take this quiz. I guess friends and family. One smell on the list provide you to smell for the rest of your life? Oh, you smell like this. No, no, no. Yeah, spices. Can smell good. If you were to do one of these things right now, what would it be? Attack someone? Hit on someone, be racist. I guess this. Because none of the other ones are enjoyable. Yeah, I guess that. What kind of woman would you date? Good physique. Blonde named Linda or someone who starts with the L. You have any way. Oh my god, why did she, I thought my car was going in. Why are these all bad options? Guys, I think there's no winning in this quiz. Um, I guess someone hot. I guess. If these are my options. I mean, I love my Hyundai Tucson, but like, I don't think that's a replacement for a romantic interest. You most likely use to describe yourself. Girl. This is this is the most deranged thing. I'm so glad I found this. I guess this. I am the person who loves to talk to everyone at a party. So I will take that. Which would you rather have? A life of outlaw crime stopping? I'm gonna be honest. I'd chicken out. Great conditioned hair. Already got it. Big muscles. Already got it. Definitely. Don't fact check that. I'd be scared of that. A horse? I'm honestly not in a position in my life where I could take care of a horse. I honestly, this brings me back to a meme made by or sent to me by Void a while back, which was just the Tinkerbell dies from a lack of attention image. So absolutely the interest of everyone. What car would you drive? A talking black one. Okay, that's like a that's Knight Rider reference, I'm assuming. You can use a car when you get a horse. Whichever one somebody scrambles to get me first. Cheaper van. I mean, I drive an SUV right now. I mean, honestly, I kind of want like a van. A van's kind of a vibe. Like a white panel van that says free candy on the side is genuinely a car I've thought about for a while. And you know what's funny? I probably would get a Jeep as well if I had the option. Just feels fun. Are we the coolest to have? Is there... Why is it so much about Mexican accent? What the world is... What even is the last one? If I lift 1,000 men, can I lift other things too, or is it just men? Like, the last one was Give Me Gift for Angel. I think that might be it. To make things right and bring people to the light. Was that so just like, I guess metaphorically is this speaking of just you like lay your hand on someone and they are absolved of sin? Like I become a saint? Which thing is better suited for you? A beach with hot lifeguards. Ooh, I do like that. On a boat's pretty good. On a beach with hot lifeguards, absolutely. I mean, honestly, you could you could drop the hot lifeguards and I'd be happy with the beach. Mostly because I'd want to go in the water rather than be on the beach because it would be like right next to it. But yeah. This quiz is completely and utterly deranged. They ask you for your favorite color and there's no purple. Oh, that's stupid. It is blue though, luckily. Are you aggressive? Not at all. Absolutely not. Yeah. I mean, the easy answer there. Slim and sexy. What? This is a building stream. I didn't think this quiz was gonna take this long. That guy, are you? Handsome, interesting, strong. Another thing that I'm not gonna say loyal. I mean, I'd say interesting or loyal or handsome, not strong, not that. Um, I mean, I like to think I'm all three of these things personally. Which one do I? What? Oh, this isn't what I want to be. Which one am I mostly? Am I interesting, loyal, or which one do I? I feel like looks are less important. I'd rather, you know what? Yeah, let's just say interesting. We'll do interesting. I think that's the one I like. That I'd probably say makes the most sense. This is even what I wanted. This didn't even. This, this even wasn't even the like type of quiz I was looking for. I was looking for the stupid alpha male, sigma male, beta male, whatever else male thing. So just not what we were looking for. It didn't even matter. Great. So just not even what we wanted. What in the world? Okay. Here's what I was looking. You know, we run it back. We do it again. What do we want to go? We want to go to searching. Where do you want to live in the world? Near the ocean. Absolutely. You go on a trip, where would you go? Barcelona's on the coast, I'm pretty sure. I think. Is Barcelona on the coast? Where's Barcelona in the world? Where the world is Barcelona? I don't even know. I don't know where Oslo is either. Okay, it is coastal. Okay, I was right. Okay, no, never mind. That's exactly where I thought it was. Okay. Hey, friends do you like to have? Oh, I mean, abs. I'm kidding. Um, of yeah, I mean, how many is a few? I'd say I have maybe 20, 30 right now that I talk to. Maybe 20 that I talk to, or like 30 I talk to here and there. Maybe like 15 that I talk to like frequently, like weekly. I mean, how many is a few? Is that a lot? Is that not a lot? I'm gonna say a few. What's your college degree in? Where's business? Wait, what? My major's not on here. Genuinely. Cool. Um, Technically it's marketing. Business marketing. So social science. Look for in a romantic partner. Intelligence, finance, and compatibility. Um, Honestly, yeah, just someone who's. I mean, intelligence is. I mean, a lot of these things. That. I mean, I wouldn't turn down that. That's just so general. That could be anything. That. I would say that, I guess. Like 3 to 5 is a few. Okay, so. Oops. What's your favorite genre of metal? There are genres of metal? What is doom metal? I only know this one and this one, and I don't like death metal. I don't like heavy metal either, but I'll take that one, I guess. Introvert or extroverted or extroverted? I like talking to people. Wait, this is not what I wanted. What are you talking about? This is what this said this was. What do you mean? This is not what it was. I'm a Joey male. What do you mean? The possible results? Yeah. I give up. I give up. That's not okay. We spent so long on that and nothing came of it. If someone ever asked me that question, I'm gonna tell them I'm a Joey male now. I've never seen Friends, by the way. Is Joey good? Does anyone know? One sec. Impulse Apple. Hey, guys, I took a quiz on stream to figure out what kind of male I am. Then in parentheses, alpha, sigma, omega, etc. Oh wait, beta, etc. I got Joey from Friends. I haven't seen the show. Is that a good thing? Is that a good result? We'll put the answers in yes. And no. There we go. I guess we'll find out if this is a good thing. I have a feeling no. How many people are in Friends? Like, how many friends are there? A little bit under here. I feel crazy. I don't know much about this whole male thing, but I do know that Epsilon is the Greek letter that's done the most psychic damage to me, so that's where my vote is cast on this topic. One sec, let me check Epsilon mail. I bet this exists. Also, I'm gonna get recommended so much stupid stuff. Oh, there's 7. Okay. Okay, technically you're right. I just looked this up. Apparently apparently epsilon male means someone who's gay or bi. So you're technically right. So apparently there's only actually 7. This is all stupid and pseudoscience. I just want to be very clear. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, wait. Okay, guys, I went on WikiHow. We found gamma male. And look what it mentions. Joey from Friends. It all comes together. It's real. Gamma male. Thanks, WikiHow. Yeah, that makes sense. Hey, Joey, you'll always be my alpha male ultra daddy. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna change my username to that. That's gonna be my new branding. It's not where I thought this stream was going, me neither. I should make an announcement that I will now be addressed in my Discord server as exclusively alpha male ultra daddy. I think that's what we need. Yeah, I'm not a delta male, clearly. Zeta males. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Probably this is actually pretty accurate. Probably out of the 7 options, probably that one. Anyway, we figured it out, guys. Now we can never think about this again. Except for announcing that I will only be addressed as Alpha Male Ultra Daddy. I'm just gonna change my game tag to that real quick. Anyone who's not here can just suffer the consequences. Yeah, that's my Discord tag now. I like how that just does not describe my vibe at all. Just completely off. That does remind me vaguely of the secret shirt on the merch website when that comes out. Which is something. It's a shirt of one of the dumbest things I've said out loud on a recording or stream. So that'll be fun. Yeah, that shirt is saying all right. Yeah, I'm glad that that got to be a shirt. I think that's what we really needed as a shirt, to be honest. Like I really couldn't imagine anything else that would even come close to needing to be a shirt that badly. All right, let's start finding some eroded sections of the building that are like just mainly like windswept, I guess. Some kind of lighter patches. A little less texture on them. Like it's just kind of mostly away from kind of the slicker areas that we've noted already. A little bit of this. A lot right here. And I know I just can't get out of my head just all the insane stuff we were just talking about. Man, this is really making me want to just like hate on women for no reason. Just because they won't date me, I think is really. And I should start a podcast and like insult women. I'm starting to see why people like this life. It's good. Feels good. Makes me feel like a big strong person when I insult other people. Yeah, I think I might need a rebrand. First tip, hate women, and that means women will love you. Women love being disrespected constantly. And their way of showing it is blocking you on every platform. If they block you, you did it right, and then that's it. Then you won. And you can like mount another trophy on your wall for it. Thanks for stopping by for Alpha Male Advice with Sir Alpha 777. This would be an insane stream for someone to like have their like first viewing experience during. I just kind of thought about that for a moment. But someone might have tuned in during this and then left. I got blocked by a scammer today. They told me to buy their AR art and then ghost me out. Oh, that's wonderful. That sounds like a fun time. It's been so long since I've seen a real scammer. I miss them. I'm lonely without them. Ooh, that's not the... It's not the vibe next to those two. So I think this will be around where there's vines. Do you want my phone number? I get scam calls all the time. What? That would mean I'd have to like have your phone number on my phone and then get your calls, and I just wouldn't know which ones are scam calls. So I think I'll pass on that so I don't just like pick up to one of your family members and be like, hey, what are you trying to sell me? Just kind of feels suboptimal. Alright, we want to just like a little bit. Yeah, we want this where there's going to be plants, essentially. That's fine. We sound similar enough. My mom won't notice. I don't think we do. I feel like the main thing is I just wouldn't understand. Like anything. Oh, maybe some like vines right here. Oh, I do have a new idea for a video to work on. Okay, the idea is because I keep being told I'm not whimsical enough. I source whimsical ideas from the Minecraft mod testers. And then I make a Minecraft mod out of all their whimsical ideas. And we see how they like dealing with their own things that they made up. And I think that could be really whimsical and fun. And whimsical. Let's see, well, why not? Chinese is a very intuitive language for English speakers. I mean, went to that. It just sounds very monkey's paw, and I'm scared. I would never trick anyone into anything. Except for all those times I did. And we don't worry about those. I just want to give people what they asked for in my own way. Why does that sound like monkey's paw? If anything, that's a genie. Or a monkey's paw. I feel like I am just kind of a genie at heart. I just like giving people what they ask for, but in the wrong way. I should become a professional genie. I just need a good lamp to sit around in. If anyone has a lamp that's like free and no one's using it, like let me know and I'll climb in. I could use a place to stay after the like Tomb of Wonders collapsed in on me. If you know, someone I know has threatened to publicly duel you multiple times in the past few days in private space. What kind of duel? Sounds like good content. Are we talking like to the death? Because no. All right, when I take a step back, this is looking a lot more rundown now. Also, is the person in question who has threatened to duel me, by chance your Quitanter? Unclear, but the number of times this has been said is a little worrying. All right, good to know if I ever get the opportunity to be in the same place as that person. All I know for sure is it would be from your honor. I mean, I don't want to sound overconfident, but I feel like that's a quick way to lose some honor. Because there's two ways that goes. I win, and well, that's embarrassing. If I win, it's like beat someone in anything physical. And then option B, they win, and then like all they did was beat me, which isn't that big of a challenge. So I just feel like maybe the honor is gonna get tarnished no matter what in that situation. It's like fighting a baby. No outcome is a winning one. I was trying to give this gamer art tips. I was telling them not to do smudge shading, and that their characters would look better with consistent designs. Incredible. They need some art tips. They could learn a lot. Alright, I think this is broken down enough. So why don't we quickly assemble everything we need up here? Choose a she, her? Okay, I just didn't know, so I just went to the general ones. Good to know. Okay. Go here and replace all of this. YouTube done ate my other message where I accuse you of misgender. Yeah, yeah, YouTube says no. Denied. That was good to know, though. I don't think I knew actually what she went by. I like default a they for everyone is the issue. Like I'll just say people who have known the genera for like years. I'll call them they. I don't know why. I just like immediately go to that. Over here. And then sometimes my neurons stop firing and I just call someone like everything in a single sentence. Just happened on a bunch of occasions. And we fill in all this. Yeah, someone who uses they them, I actually pretty appreciate that. Yeah, I always use they them because it's pretty much it's mostly used as like a non-specific one, and then also used for non-binary people, so I'm most likely to be least offensive going with that one. if I don't know the answer. All right, let's rip this roof open. I'm thinking TNT. Yeah, them is nice. It's plural, and I like talking to myself. Exactly. Just a good one. That really just destroyed only the things I didn't want to damage yet. That's okay. Fabulous. Okay, we run it manually. Okay, and then we break down this side. Actually, I want to remove all this floor because we're going to have mostly rafters up here. Today I learned Minecraft has block blast resistance. Yeah, different blocks are more blast resistant. Like if I go over here, and for example, to get a few different blocks going. Of course, obsidian, got the good one to test. Just get some like random nonsense going. All right. Actually, I can just do this a lot easier if I just do this. We'll go just like 7 by 7, I think. Actually, we'll do 8. Deep slate. And then where are we relative to it? Oh, that's bigger than I thought. That's okay. So yeah, if I like dig down in here, it's okay, it's not that deep. And I put that in. Like that's a little explosion. Not too bad. But like if I, for example, do dirt, like this is gonna be much bigger. Super nice. And then of course if I want to get really spicy. We can get obsidian, which as we know is a volcanic glass, which means it is indestructible. For some reason. Yeah, block blast resistance is great. Really useful. How about testing the blast resistance of TNT? I mean, we can. Let me just do that somewhere far away. We'll just go like 1,000 blocks out. Yeah, so I mean, if you went down here and decided, you know, to light this up, and we can see how many blocks it breaks. I mean, I would say this is probably like pretty blast resistant. We'll see. So it actually absorbed the explosion pretty well. As you see, it didn't didn't go super deep into the ground. So yeah, that means it's pretty blast resistant. But yeah, good question to bring up. And also welcome to stream, DM Noah. All right, let's see. What do I need to put up here? It's such a Joey thing to do. Oh, okay, here we go. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know what that quiz. So we did a quiz earlier, and it was supposed to because we were doing the alpha, beta, omega, sigma, gamma, male joke, and I got Joey from Friends for some reason, which is not supposed to be an option. So I guess that's what kind of male I am apparently. How's it going, Dumbo? Being any character from Friends is a bad sign, TBH. You know what? That's fair. That is fair. I mean, I wouldn't know. I haven't seen it. Maybe I should at some point. So how do I want to do the rafters? I mean, like, this area is interesting. I'm thinking I go like this. I don't know. You know, we call my sibling Joey. They're not named after Joey, and they have no relation to the name Joey. We just call them that. That's fair. But it sounds like they should be called that. I mean, that just sounds like your responsibility as a family member of that person. They call them that anyway. You should be Ross. Oh, I don't even know. See, I don't know who these people are. Like, I could just be being insulted right now, and I have no idea. I mean, like, that's a vaguely supportive structure. I think I just need, like, a thing right here. We could do something a little fancier. I think just that. I think that's a good middle ground. Oh, we could actually get a little fancier right here. No, I don't think that looks as good. I actually mind just the fully filled in. It's basic, but good. So if this ceiling collapsed, I guess we should make we should make up all of the rafters first. Okay, what level do we even want the rafters at? Can I break these? Okay, those are on the table as options of where to put stuff. Hey, welcome to the stream, Frankie. How's it going? Do we want all of this under here? Honestly, I'm thinking I change this out for this. Where I can, at least. I think Discord is homophobic. I just tried to search for a barfing emoji by typing "you" and it pulled up the lesbian couple emoji. Wait, what? Oh, it does. Well, actually, mine was male. Mine's gay couple that comes up first. Yeah, I think Discord might be homophobic then. What the heck, Discord? Ultra. I forgot I put that as my name on Discord. Ultra Daddy. Will you ever play RL Craft? Probably not. RL Craft. RL Craft doesn't seem fun. It seems hard. There's a lot of hard games I like. Like Elden Ring is one of my favorites of all time. Like in fact, like #2 favorite of all time. But there is just like, I don't know, I just feel like there's a difference between games that are hard just to be hard and then games that are like challenging in a fun way. It's a horror game? I mean, I've not heard that. I kind of doubt that part. I think it would be extremely Eric, have you heard of Invincible? Not only have I heard of it, I've watched the entire show. I love that show. It's great. I love that show. Definitely a factor in getting over how much I dislike gore. That and The Boys have had an impact. I used to get really sick when I saw gore. Not as much anymore though. Now it's like, okay, someone got like gutted, whatever. I think Dying Light 2 was the main thing though that got me over that. I was like, it would be hard to get through Dying Light 2 and not be accustomed to extreme violence, especially because the player's the one committing it. I love gore. I see, I don't think I'll ever actually love it. I I usually think it's gratuitous still. Though I do think it is a good tool in making something horrific and scary when you want that impact. You know, I only care for artisanal gore, of course. These I'm gonna make that a little jagged. A beautiful light down in here now. That's probably gonna be blocked out by trees. If you mind stone at someone's geonomic monolith of earth and he kills you. Sounds like a fun mod. It's like something I'd make. I don't like gore, it doesn't look very appetizing. I mean, depends on the gore. Who knows? I mean, here's the thing, not to me, because I barely eat meat anyway, not for any... I feel like I always have to clarify now. It's not for any, like, moral reason, like, I'm not, like, one of those, like, vegetarians who's, like, gonna tell you to do it as well, it's just... I'm just not a fan of meat. So I think that's why it doesn't look appetizing to me. I'm usually indifferent to gore. I've been trying to find new words to describe horrific acts of violence for D&D things. I'm playing a new D&D character soon for something that just won't be on camera. It's gonna be fun because they're not someone who will probably ever commit great acts of physical violence because they are an illusioner and are gonna drive people crazy. So that'll be fun. I sometimes look at gore and think, that looks like what lamb looks like before I cook it. I mean, yeah, they're both meat. Can't wait to add the violence mod to Minecraft. That should be my next update. You kill a sheep and it gives you like every organ the sheep had. Or alternatively, it gives you a full sheep carcass and you have to go butcher it yourself with a knife to get any of that. It's like extremely graphic. I think that would really do great. I definitely would get viewership on YouTube for that. Totally. Guess what? I feel like I'm about to be tricked, but I will put my trust in this and ask what? Put one. Something would put like a rafter like every couple. The sheep and it summons a gore sheep monolith of meat. Like your streams, oh, thank you. I appreciate that. It means a lot to have people say stuff like that. I think this one needs to be broken. This one broken as well. Maybe in this one a bit. That one will leave intact. There, so like pretty much the roof collapsed, broke through. Actually, I think technically these broke and then the roof fell through on it. Is going to be the idea. I would love to make an on its side bookshelf, but that's not really an option. Which is a shame. It'd be nice to have wood slabs or stairs. Oh yeah. If we had like log slabs and stairs, I would be so happy. Shelf block? The maybe. Actually, yeah, maybe. Okay, I could see a way of doing it with a shelf block. I don't know if it's the way you're thinking of, but I think I see a way. Why don't we actually do it with this? Actually, we'll do it on the side with wood, or maybe something more like this structure. Okay, and then we break through this. There we go. And then we do that for this one as well. We have the Outlast trials. I have. I just don't really play horror games all that much, so I've never tried it myself or really watched videos on that one. Horror games just aren't really my jam. I've been recently dabbling in making some horror things on multiple channels. That's fun. That's good. I don't think it would really suit me, but it sounds like a fun game that a lot of people enjoy. Okay, that's all we'll give for that one. So now when I look up, that feels a lot more like a collapsed roof when there are actual support beams that used to be holding it up. See, so we do this, this. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, they get murdered by the killer. Is the Outlaws Trails PvP? Or is it like did someone actually play the killer? Like Dead by Daylight? I also have not played Dead by Daylight to be fair. I just know about it. It's like a bit of a support beam left there. That's like crushed in. It was one block higher and then fell inward a bit and crushed. Oh no, okay. The one right there. So how much has been crushed by this is the real question. Alright, I'm kind of thinking that a lot of this rubble has fallen down. So we'll get some of this in here. There we go. All right, farewell, Frankie. Thanks for stopping by for a while. I appreciate it. So we need to smash some bookshelves. This one's absolutely toast. This one is probably broken as well. So I just have like this have gotten like nearly completely crushed on this side. And this one's just obliterated. And then I'm thinking we take this a step further. Yeah, so we break that. Maybe we even break the staircase a little bit, so it's like a little trickier to jump up here. As that's been like crushed as well. The question is, do we want to carry it all the way down to the bottom floor? I'm thinking no. I'm thinking maybe the bottom floor. Oh wait, no, the bottom floor is gonna have something very interesting going on because this whole area is gonna have something interesting going on. Anything I think below this point is gonna have something going on. Something kids section maybe over here. We need something kind of dull that used to be colorful. There's some nice bright colors. Wow, colors. I wish colors were real. Shame they aren't. So we definitely want to make like this kind of a broken edge. Some spots that are like bent down. There we go. And then we crush this in with a huge pile of debris. So we will make that debris made up of coarse dirt. We're going to want some of these. We'll probably want some bookshelves even mixed in. And I think that would maybe not actually destroy this bookshelf, but like pile up around it. So I guess the first thing to fall, or like the bottom layer when falling, would be this floor. So like let's leave like a chunk of this as part of it. We're gonna want some of these pieces of the roof still. There we go. That's from some of like the broken stuff on the scaffolding that would have come down. And on top of that would have mostly been mud bricks. We'll fill a lot of this in with mud brick. And then we'll replace a lot of that mud brick with other stuff. There we go. This makes it look a little bit more like debris. Let's do a little bit of this. And then, of course, the very top layer, which fell, which was the andesite and the cobblestone. Just a lot of different materials that have broken down through this floor and been crushed underneath each other. Put a few little finishing touches around the edges. A little bit of andesite slab. A little bit of this. There we go. That feels like all the stuff that fell down. Yeah, that fell a long way. You know, maybe it did like bash in the side of this a bit. Like cover it in just grime. There we are. Yeah, I mean, I guess I didn't really need to make a broken shelf. I mean, I'd still make some kind of broken shelf up here, but yeah, I mean, most of these shelves just would have been crushed and buried. So that does save me a lot of work. Yeah, I'm thinking there's like a beam right here. That fell from up here. Yeah, it's like supported by some of this like debris over here. Which is why it hasn't just fallen, but probably will soon. Actually, just change it to that. That makes more sense. Yeah, some really bashed up bits of floor. Put a little bit over here. Just give it a little bit of texture. A little bit of rock in it. Just a lot of various debris that's fallen on these pieces over the years. Slowly been collecting. There we go, that's something. Next up, I'm thinking maybe just like a bit of the floor over here just like gave out. Just kind of broke a bit. Some like random breaks in this. There we are. Might be time for foliage. I'm kind of debating how to do this lower area. So the lower area of this zone is going to be flooded. Like to a decent depth. Like we're talking probably like that deep. Maybe deeper. Maybe like there. Or maybe like just to here. But enough that like there's like seagrass and stuff. I might even put like a fish or two in here. Which is gonna, of course, mean like everything in this like lower area is flooded. Because I really like the mental image of being like here on a boat and looking through the areas while like everything's reflecting in the water. Just seems like a really cool idea. So I gotta figure out how that's gonna affect the foliage, because that means there's gonna be a lot of foliage at like street level, where it is just completely like overgrown with like duckweed and stuff, and lily pads and all that. So what we could do is we could wait to do the foliage, or I just do like a hard foliage cutoff where like I do nothing below the second floor, Or we put in the water right now. And we just go for it. Because we could always remove it later. But if we remove it later, we'd have to remove the foliage that lives in the water. I think we just wait. And get our buildings in, and then we put the water in. Or we could just build in the water with full knowledge of what we're doing. Alternatively, I have one other option. We make ourselves a water quarantine zone. I just gotta figure out how deep I actually want to make this water. See, with the windows right here, I do quite like maybe 4 blocks. Because that would mean, like, that's water. Maybe 1 higher, to be honest. I mean, that's pretty deep. I mean, like, how deep is that over here? I mean, that's deep. That's very deep water. Structure void blocks water while allowing you to pass through, doesn't it? No idea. It's like, let's try. I've never used structure void blocks. If they work like that, then that would be super cool. Okay, 1 sec. I need to. Okay, I think that's what we'll use. So let's get rid of all our barriers then. I might use that for Coral Sanctum. That might be useful. Okay, so let's just fill in all this. With 4 blocks of water. When I go over here, like these windows are like barely above the water, like the gaps are like barely above the water level in most cases. Like the door is submerged. When we try this depth and just see how that feels. I'm gonna probably fill command in the water. I think we'll just leave structure void blocks around the edge. Oh, I just realized we're gonna have to like manually fill most of this. That's okay. That shouldn't take too long. Because there's a lot of stuff that needs to get filled in that's like partial blocks that need to be flooded. Maybe we should just build in water then, so to make it easier. We probably should just flood everything and call it good. But you know what? Honestly, it'll be easier to do it this way. Only drawback is I think structure blocks read as structure void as air. So the water runs when you copy and paste it. Okay, good to know. Oh wait, so clone blocks wouldn't work for the roguelike game then, fortunately. Or clone command. Interesting. Alright. So to start, let's go over here. Can fill in that area just like that. Gotta get all the way back here. In this spot, then definitely just I'm gonna probably just block this off somehow for now. Would clone work? I don't know a lot about bedrock structure voids. I have no idea. I haven't used structure voids ever until now. I could certainly find out at some point, though. Okay, I'm opening that kids section. I just gotta hide it in the corner and then I realized that was the kids section. Oh wait, no, that doesn't look right either. I can go right there for now. Yay, bucket sounds. Especially like author fic in the kiddies section. Yeah, I feel like it shouldn't be in that one. It's like, that's wrong. Okay, I can't place on these. That'll be helpful. Oops. Need all of this filled in. This is going to be lovely. Time to fill the interior. Okay, maybe I just this will be fine. Oh, rip colorful carpet, yeah. That's fine, we'll replace it. Now we just need to fill in everything that is an air pocket. Oh, that was just out of the water. It's almost a window. I just did the same thing again. No, the colorful carpet. Fix it. Go around the edge. Air pocket on my colorful carpet. We just need a little bit of this. There we go. Alright, I think that's nearly everything. Need these central ones still need a little touch up. So that's how underwater this is going to be. So not bad. You can waterlogged carpet, yeah. Flowing water just breaks it. It feels weird. That's such a weird view. Looking down at it completely flooded. I think this one's going to be particularly weird. I think I might avoid using actual seagrass and kelp because they have so much motion. I almost like the stillness of it. Also, seeing this just like on the road is like really cool. That looks cool. Oh, this feels like a good idea. Can swim down the street. So now I can actually start putting in the foliage. This in mind. But unfortunately, I think we're going to put in the foliage next time. So we did not make it as far as I thought we would, but that's okay. But we at least have an understanding of the water height now and how this is going to affect everything in here. Also, I put this carpet back together wrong, and I'm going to fix that before we leave. When did I design the carpet? It's been bugging me. How did it look at the end? I will find out what this looked like, and I will fix it. Okay, that's the end. Click this. What? There we go. These three. Then these two. And these. And I believe it was yeah, okay. That is correct now. I actually think I might change this a little bit to be this instead. Yeah. Actually, now it looks so much like a face. We'll go back to this. I do this as well. No. Yeah, we'll just put the way it was originally. I'm being too finicky about carpet. I think this will look super nice for a city. Have this whole area just flooded. So you can look down the street and it's just the reflecting water. I think that'll look really spooky. Especially from like up here. Like looking like all the way down into the reflecting water. Or really just out any of these windows. Because when you look out this, it'll just be like all the roads are water. So I think this will look all really super cool once it's done. But yeah, this building needs more work. Foliage next time. And then we'll be ready to move on to another building. Thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you guys in a future stream.